Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. In 2019, Todd and Julie Chrisley, the hosts of USA Network's Chrisley Knows Best, were indicted on 12 counts of conspiracy, tax evasion, and bank and wire fraud. The federal trial of Todd and Julie Chrisley concluded with a verdict. The Atlanta Journal-Constitution reports that the couple, well known for their USA Network reality program Chrisley Knows Best, were found guilty of all charges in a federal court in Georgia after a nearly 3-week-long trial. Additionally, Julie was found guilty of wire fraud. In August 2019, a federal grand jury indicted the Chrisleys on 12 counts of bank and wire fraud, tax evasion, and conspiracy. They have denied all of the charges. On January 17, 2023, the reality personalities commenced their prison sentences. Todd will be liberated from the federal prison Camp Pensacola on January 22, 2033. Julie will be released from the Federal Correctional Institution Mariana on October 19, 2028. In September 2023, their initial sentences, which were 12 and 7 years, respectively, were reduced. A judge granted Julie's appeal in June 2024 and vacated her 7-year sentence as a result of lack of evidence. Nevertheless, in September 2024, a distinct judge determined that Julie's initial sentence was adequate and re-sentenced her to the same 84 months of imprisonment. During a press conference that followed the court's decision, Savannah Chrisley stated, "This is 100% an injustice. I will continue to fight for my parents." For a comprehensive understanding of the Chrisley family trial, please continue to navigate. Todd and Julie are the married stars of the reality series Chrisley Knows Best. The show revolves around the patriarch Todd and his brutally honest parenting approach towards his 5 children, Lindsay, Kyle, Chase, Savannah, and Grayson. The program premiered on USA Network in 2014 and concluded in 2023. The family drama was the inspiration for a docuseries titled Growing Up Chrisley, which chronicles the lives of Chase and Savannah as they transition into maturity. Furthermore, Todd served as the executive producer and host of The Love Limo, a speed dating and matchmaking series. People confirmed in August 2023 that the Chrisley family is collaborating with Scout Productions to produce a new reality series. Todd and Julie's prison sentences, as well as the family's legal challenges, will be the subject of the untitled program. In August 2019, Todd and Julie were indicted on 12 counts of bank and wire fraud, tax evasion, and conspiracy. They were claimed to have evaded nearly $2 million in state taxes between 2008 and 2016. The prosecutors also alleged that Todd directed an employee to falsify income and asset documents, and that they used their production company, 7C Production, to conceal over $1 million in reality TV income from the IRS. At the time, the Chrisleys surrendered and denied the allegations. In October 2019, the Georgia Department of Revenue absolved the Chrisley Knows Best stars of their state tax evasion allegation, determining that they had overpaid for 4 of those years and owed nothing for the remaining 4. They had a net liability of less than $77,000 in delinquent taxes for a single year of incorrect filing. Todd and Julie continued to face federal charges for allegedly evading federal taxes during those same years, despite the fact that the Georgia Department of Revenue signed a settlement agreement that ended a 2-year investigation into the couple's alleged state tax liabilities. As per a press release shared with People at the time, both individuals are indicted on 1 count of conspiracy to commit bank fraud, 5 counts of bank fraud, 1 count of conspiracy to defraud the United States, and 1 count of tax fraud. Fox 5 Atlanta reported that Julie Chrisley is facing additional charges of obstruction of justice and wire fraud. Peter Tarantino, the accountant for the Chrisleys, was indicted on 1 count of conspiracy to defraud the United States and 2 counts of willfully filing false tax returns. The Tennessean reports that jury selection for the trial of Todd and Julie Chrisley commenced on May 16, 2022. The trial in Atlanta lasted for nearly 3 weeks. Todd and Julie submitted false documents to banks, exaggerating their wealth, in order to borrow over $30 million. According to Assistant U.S. Attorney Annalise Peters, they burned the money on their affluent lifestyle while also concealing it from the IRS, according to her opening statement on May 17, 2022. They fabricate documents and fabricate lies in order to obtain whatever they desire, whenever they desire, Peters informed the jury. As reported by insider Bruce H. Morris, Todd Chrisley's attorney accuses Mark Braddock, the couple's former employee, of impersonating Todd and perpetrating the fraud behind their back. Braddock is said to have turned on the couple after being dismissed in 2012. Although Peters classified Braddock as a fraudster, she observed that the couple continued to engage in the activity even after their relationship with him was severed. The outlet reported that the attorney for accountant Tarantino stated that his client was in over his head and unqualified to manage the Chrisleys' finances, citing his numerous failures of the CPA exam over the course of 2 decades. The attorney observed that Tarantino is not a criminal, despite his lack of qualifications. At that time, Delia clarified that the IRS can grab everything that they have to fulfill the debt if the case does go to trial and the jury judges in favor of the government. She observed that the IRS transfers the charges from administrative to criminal status when the case is extremely severe, which is the situation they are currently confronting. She further stated that Todd and Julie could potentially face up to 5 years in prison for tax evasion and potentially even more if the jury concur. Todd and Julie were found guilty of all charges in a federal court in Georgia on June 7, 2022, following a trial that lasted nearly 3 weeks. According to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, they were convicted of conspiracy to commit bank fraud, conspiracy to defraud the United States, and tax fraud. Additionally, Julie was found guilty of wire fraud. Peter Tarantino, the former lawyer of the duo, was also convicted of conspiracy to defraud the United States and willfully filing false tax returns, as reported by Insider. On January 11, 2023, the couple submitted a motion for parole, which was ultimately rejected. Additionally, the court declined their request to postpone their surrender date by 21 days. On November 21, 2022, a federal judge sentenced the Chrisley couple. Todd was sentenced to 12 years in prison and 16 months of probation, while Julie was sentenced to 7 years in prison and 16 months of probation, as reported by Insider and Fox 5 Atlanta. On January 17, 2023, the Chrisleys commenced their prison sentences. Julie and Todd are both incarcerated in Florida correctional facilities, which are approximately 2.5 hours apart. The couple's penitentiary sentences were reduced in September 2023. Todd will now be released on January 22, 2033, and Julie will be released on October 19, 2028. Tarantino was also sentenced to 36 months in prison, according to Insider. According to the outlet, the erstwhile accountant of the couple was sentenced to prison on May 1, 2023, following hip surgery. Todd reported to the Federal Correctional Institution, FBI, Pensacola in Florida on January 17, 2023, while Julie commenced her sentence at a distinct federal prison in Lexington, Kentucky. At a later date, she was transferred to the Federal Correctional Institution Mariana in Florida. Savannah stated in July 2023 that she and her relatives would not participate in a rumored documentary about her family. She emphasized that any project featuring her parents' fraud trial would not be accurate. The reality star disclosed in an Instagram story that she and Chase, Chrisley, were adamantly opposed to the documentary's production due to the lack of authenticity. From the very beginning, I have expressed my opposition by saying, no, 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 no. Chase, the children, and I were not cooperating. Any documentary that does happen is all based off of lies because, at the end of the day, Mom and Dad aren't involved. How do you get the full truth? She suggested. They should be able to express their perspective on any narrative that is being recounted. And as their power of attorney, I, of course, am aware of the truth. And that is precisely what it is. Lindsay also expressed her opposition to the documentary during an episode of Southern Tea with Lindsay Chrisley. It is not a worthwhile use of my time, and it is also unjust to the individuals involved. They would be documenting individuals who are unable to defend themselves in the event that they are required to do so, she stated in reference to her parents. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our America People News YouTube channel for more update news.